Hi guys, we've been trying to do some archival sales training, but I had someone that asked me to go over a specific type of rebuttal, what they called the pushback. And to try to clarify their question, what do you do when a customer has a damn good excuse for not going ahead with the sale? An ironclad, perfect excuse for no way around it. And even said, you know, can I get some people to send me examples of what they had and how I would have gone about it? If any of you want to, I gladly will. I have a feeling I won't get a whole lot of those. And I'll be honest with you, at times it's real easy to break it down after and be able to give the perfect answer outside of the scenario. While you're living it, it's different. But he gave me an example. He said, I overheard a guy cold calling once. And every single customer had an excuse that got him off the phone. And he said the last one, he heard the guy say, what was that customer's, how did he get rid of you so quickly? And he said, oh, the customer had a friend from church he was going to go with instead. So boom, that was it. He was done. There was the excuse. He was off. I said, wow, that's a pretty weak excuse. You should have told him to sit down for me to compare it, etc. Here's what I am going to say. I'm going to deal with the question I was asked on the pushback, but I'm going to deal first with the reality of it. Very rarely is it the client. It is almost never them, and it's almost always you. If there is a salesman on the phone and every client is getting him off the phone real quick and has an excuse, you have a salesman that is terrified of getting a yes and is helping the client to create the excuse to get off. Everyone's going to say no. Everyone's going to say no. No sweet girl in the history of the world went on a date and before the date got started, jumped on the guy and just No, it was there's hints and there's flirtations, there's playing with. You have to say no a couple times just so you have some pride in yourself and so there's some value there. Everyone's going to have an excuse. Everyone's going to have a no. The question is, do you take them? The difference between a great salesman and everyone from absolutely horrible and all stages in between is, do you accept no or do you push one more? One more, one more, one more. Dang, I was sure that 80th rejection, that was going to be the one. Do I lay down after 80 or do I get up and boom, one more? 81, God dang it. Boom, 82, holy cow. Boom, 3,847. Boom, until you get. Because eventually everyone will break down. Everyone will get. Otherwise, how do you explain the ugly guy with the cute girlfriend? I mean, everyone eventually can be broken through to. Everyone has to. Most people are so afraid of being rejected, of being taken down, whatever, that they are seeking out the excuse and the answer. And here's my best answer for you. You've got to fix you before you start trying to learn pushback rebuttal closes. You have to fix your attitude. You have to be able to take that, all right, I don't care what happens, I'm in the fight to the death. You got to have that attitude. One of the best fixes, one of the best answers, always worked for me, and I was so fascinated way back in studying and learning about sales and the psychology of it in business, was how many successful people had this exact same concept I had. To the point, it wasn't something unique or brilliant about me or about them. It is very, very natural, and it is this. It's got to be a game. You've got to treat it like a game. Numbers are not money. Numbers are a way of keeping score. You don't care about money. Money changes the concept, but you absolutely care about score. Why does an athlete want to get $10,000 more, $100,000 more than the guy before? You don't deserve $20 million a year. You don't. And the fact that you were extremely happy yesterday with $18 million, which you didn't deserve, and now today you've got to have 22 because that guy got 21. Do you ever notice we treat millions of dollars in that world as just a one number? It could be $22 versus 21. They treat it the same. Why? Because it's about the number. It's about the prestige. It's about the respect. It's about the game. It's a way of keeping score. You've got to treat it that way. You've got to treat everything else the same way. If you want to be able to take hard rebuttals and fight through and constantly get up for the other, it cannot be personal. It cannot be about anything but a game. Who's going to win the game? You or them? That is the very first thing, because that makes it easier. If anything, that little inner child that is afraid of getting hurt, every single ounce of you that is the part of why you have call reluctance, of why you're afraid to ask, or why you're so terrified of the rejection that goes with it, turns around and works to your favor. Because that exact same inner child is going to feel the exact same hurt and pain if you lose a game. You're already in the game, you can't get out of the game. I can't lose. Losing's humiliating, losing hurts. You actually take your weakness and turn it into a strength. Likewise, you give yourself a shield because it's no longer personal. It's not about you, it's about the game. Nobody ever beats you. You watch guys that get in a fight that beat each other bloody and to death. What do they do the second it's over? They go over and hug. Hey man, you all right? You did good. It's weird. I mean, it's weird. I love it. But I mean, throw on a UFC fight, throw on a boxing match. These guys are horrible, what they will do. It will kill you. I will bite your ear off. I will cheat and hit you in the groin when the ref's not looking. I mean, it's horrible. And the second the fight's over, hey man, oh, you're the best. I love you. Want to go have a beer? How's your wife? Yeah, let me take a picture with your kid. I mean, it's crazy. Because it's about the game. The second that's over, the second it's done, the game's over. Now it's a different beast, so it stops being personal. So try to make it about the game. Try to make it a game and how you play and what you do. It will help you a ton. Because you have to get over the desire to be turned down. People that are so afraid of this, that little afraid inner child, will create and make the excuse to stop. Now, that said, the very first thing you have to ask yourself when somebody rejects you and they have an incredibly valid excuse, they have a perfect excuse. Oh, I'm going with somebody from my church because they're already in this. Here's the thing you know. If you pause for a minute, you go, oh, yeah, I do know that. Baby, if you're happy with your boyfriend, why are you flirting with me? If you are happy with your husband, why are you wearing the shirt that's cut down to here? You ain't advertising because you ain't looking. You might be happy, but there's a party that's kind of wondering if maybe I could be happy with somebody else. You are. You know it. There's a reason you're there. You did not become a lead because you were happy with the guy in your church. Or you were at least open to the concept of somebody better. The problem is you feel bad about leaving them. You need me to give you why. You need me to give you the okay to do what you want to do and to try to keep it funny and silly. In other words, my husband stinks and I want to cheat on him with you. I just need you to make it okay. So we got to find out what's going to make it okay for you. If you were good with the guy in your church, you'd have never met me. You'd never come out. We wouldn't know one another. I wouldn't have the chance to call you. The fact I have a chance to call you means you're in a bad situation and you needs me to get you out of it. I love you, man. I got to help you. Do I not care about you? Am I that evil? Am I such a bad scuzzball person that I'm going to leave you in this horrible, abusive relationship? Or do I care about people and I want to rescue and save you? By the way, inner child, happy or unhappy now? It's all how you look at this stuff, man, because it's the absolute truth. Because if this person was actually happy, they wouldn't be here. What do they say when they're not happy? I need you to make me happy. If I take your excuse as an excuse instead of, hey, I'm explaining my facts and I need you to figure out how to get around them, then I basically said, oh, okay, you're unhappy, stay unhappy, ha ha. Well, I'm scum. Now, I'm a bad person for taking it. I have to keep pushing back. You fix these things in your head because they are true, by the way. You fix them in your head, now it's easy. So you get the hard one. It depends on how clear and hard it was put. And it kind of depends on the mood you're in. An example, oh yeah, man, I'm just going, I've got somebody in my church that's a home builder, I'm going to stay with them. Polite and friendly, we have a nice conversation. Well, I respect that. Just for what it's worth, you may want to consider coming by. I guarantee you, what we're going to review has no pressure. I'm not going to put any leverage. At the very least, I'm going to educate you so you're able to make at least a cleaner, better relationship. I guarantee you, I will make it a better build if you go with them, and I will give you a little bit of helpful information, but at the very least, you can learn some other options and ideas and paths. I guarantee it will have value. I'm not beating up your ex, so go ahead. But I mean, come on in, let's go over, let's review. If it's an aggressive one, if it's kind of riskier, if I'm about to lose or about to hang up, call a spade a spade. Try to laugh. If you go hard, laugh after, all right? Well, yeah, I'm going with, I've got somebody that's building my church. I'm just sticking with them. Brother, I get it, but why'd you ask me for information then? I mean, you're hunting for something, you know. And you got to do the hard laugh, man. You got to close with the giggle. You got to be able to make it. I'm busting balls, baby, because you're trying to mirror a little bit. You're matching that attitude. If it was a sweet little woman, well, you don't do that crap, all right? But if it's the aggressive one that's about to be a fast on off with, you do. You kind of go with it. Sorry, I got to stretch a little bit, shoulders hurting. But you keep busting, you keep rebutting, you give them a chance, and you get them in. Because he's got to have an answer. It's a valid question. And you made a little bit of a joke. Well, shit, because he's an asshole. Well, let me give you a reason to get around the asshole. Give me a chance to help you out. I might have an answer for you. It's my cousin's a builder, and I've really got, dude, I get it, but why don't you at least take advantage, come by, see what I can help you with. I promise I can give you a little bit of info, but I will tell you on it, and I ain't beating up, but man, business with family can get weird. You're getting in deep with family, man. I mean, they're learning stuff about you they don't need to. Not to mention, isn't it kind of fun to be able to look at your cousin and go, oh, hey, I did what you did better. Ain't nobody in the history of the world didn't want to kick their cousin down off the hill. All of life is king of the hill, and there's nobody you love to beat more at that game than your stinking cousins. You may want to beat your brother and sister. You know the one time in life you're going to lift your brother or sister and throw them to the top of the hill over somebody else's head is when it's your stinking cousin. Because by God, we come first. You know who you'll throw your cousin over your head to beat? Your second cousin. But I digress. Every step down is one more we want to conquer. So, the main thing is you just got to fix your attitude. You got to fix how you look at it. You got to understand why they're there, and then you got to keep pushing. Try to mirror a little bit. Mirroring is usually the right way to go. Am I going gentle and sweet and professional? Man, you're going to get crushed if you're with the aggressive guy that wants to get off quick. Do I go aggressive and kind of hard? You're going to get crushed if you're with the gentle person. You got to match the style, but the reality is you got to get up and take one more hit. There is nothing but loss on the other side. Keep going. What's the worst thing that happens? What's the worst thing? Oh, Bob, I pushed 4 times and they got mad and they hung up and said, you're a jerk. Well, holy shit. Did you sell them? No. If you'd taken their first rejection and hung up, did you sell them? No. So both hands hold nothing? Yeah. What the hell are you crying about? Silly sissy. If anything, you should feel better about yourself over here. At least you got up and fought. At least you gave it a hit. If I'm going to get off the bus and the bully's going to look at me and go, boom, and I'm going to fall in the mud, I'd a lot rather go home with a black eye. At least I got up and tried, and he punched me and then kicked me in the mud. But I'd a lot rather be that guy. Get up and throw a punch, baby. Swing. Because let me tell you something. You do it, and you do it 40 times. This hand will always hold nothing. This hand's going to hold a big old fistful of gold. Are you going to have 4 or 5 that make you want to cry? Yeah, until you get used to it. You really are. Are you going to have 20? Maybe. But you know what else you have? 20 that didn't. You got 20 closes, 20 wins, 20 sales. So main secret is always get up and always hit again. Hope this was helpful. Thank y'all so much. Have a great day.